Sideline back when Big Blue was all mine. Turned a irrelevant team around. LAD even won us the crown. I was jumping up and down like a clown, making all those dumbass fans frown. So Matt Jones sent me off to the Hogs, and I left and took all my dogs. Ran me out town, said I was a clown. But who's got the last laugh now? They'll want it home. Said he was the dough. But who's that bitch's daddy now? Only thing them cats can do is score. Big Blue ain't got that blue blood anymore.
Yes, sir.
I spent years on the sideline back when Big Blue was all mine. Turned a irrelevant team around. LAD even won us the crown. I was jumping up and down like a clown, making all those dumbass fans frown. So Matt Jones sent me off to the Hogs, and I left and took all my dogs. Ran me out town, said I was a clown. But who's got the last laugh now? They'll want it home. Said he was the dough. But who's that bitch's daddy now? Only thing them cats can do is score. Big Blue ain't got that blue blood anymore.
Yes, sir.
What up, Razorback Nation? What are we doing out there tonight? We getting ready for the game? Tusketeers, let's go. Woo!
Horns down, baby.
They actually have a play. Horns down, the Hogs do.
Yeah, I know.
You see Cal saying horns
I wonder
down?
if we'll run that tonight.
Yeah, we better.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope we run it all night long.
We're going to run it. You know, hey, what about that win last Saturday?
I like that opening intro song right there.
We changed it up a little bit. We had a new intro song today.
I mean,
I hope y'all like that.
Oh, yeah.
Probably hadn't heard that one before. That's a newbie.
Yeah, I like that song. I wish there was another verse to it.
Yeah.
But
we can write a new verse tonight against Texas.
Hopefully.
Right. Yeah, we're
verse 1 Kentucky, verse 2 the Longhorns.
Hey man, I just got to say, I think we ruined Kentucky's season. I mean, did y'all see them play last night?
Well, they
didn't look good at all, man.
They're struggling, that's for sure.
I think that win for us is weighing on them.
Mark Pope looked like his dog had died or something.
Oh yeah, I mean, so we were all on all the Razorback pages on Facebook and all this other social media last week, and well, really the league's leading up to the Kentucky game. And how many Kentucky fans? There was as much Kentucky fans trolling us as there were Razorback fans commenting on there, talking about how this is. I mean, we have no chance.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've been trolling Kentucky fans all week.
I get it. But now that we beat them, I mean, we beat them undoubtedly.
We
didn't beat them on a questionable call or anything like that.
It was our game from 10 minutes in the first half. It was our game the whole game.
The whole game.
Yeah, they didn't have the refs to blame. I mean, they shot the ball well. Kentucky actually played well.
They did.
You know, fair and square.
And they're sitting there. Their excuses are, well, they don't have their best. Well, guess what? We didn't have our best point guard. We didn't have Boogie Flan.
Averaging 6 assists a game. I mean, by far our best, our point guard.
We still won without our best.
This is what I was thinking about this week. Calipari is probably the most polarizing coach in college basketball. Now that Roy Williams is gone, we've had some kind of the blue blood guys. You know,
I want to stop you. I want to stop you right there, though, because someone in the comments last week, Kentucky fan, I'm assuming, said that Calipari isn't bigger than the Kentucky name. Well, we just went in there and beat them, and I just have to say to whoever that was, do you remember the tag name? Anyway, I want to.
I think it was Steve
because he came at me specifically. He said that was dummy Steve. In the Bills shirt. I want to comment specifically to that guy if he's watching.
That's old Stevie boy.
Go Hogs. That's all I gotta say. Go Hogs.
Yeah. Well, going back to what I was saying, he's the most polarizing coach in college basketball. Bill Self's up there. There's a couple, but I would say Calipari is right at the top. And that's like Saban leaving Alabama for another school in Alabama, trolling that team or that university. It's kind of the same scenario, but in basketball with us, they just can't stand that they lost their guy.
Yeah, they couldn't stand it. I mean,
he left them.
He left them.
Yeah, he left them.
They're like a bitter, scorned.
He might have been out that next year. Kentucky fans, he might have been out that next year. Y'all might have fired him, but we don't know that.
It's like your girlfriend.
We don't know that.
It's like your girlfriend
we don't know that.
dumping you, and y'all had a date planned in the movies, and then you show up with a 10, and she's sitting at about a 6 or a 7.
Yeah,
and she's like, "Damn."
Well, they thought Mark Pope was like their saving grace. They were going to beat us, and they'd get to laugh Calipari all the way out of Lexington, Kentucky. But instead, it was him holding the torch.
Who's got the last laugh now?
Yeah, and I love that.
I saw a comment because Rick Pitino came out with that video before saying, hey, Big Blue Nation or whatever they call them, their idiot selves, to don't boo Cal, this and that. He brought you the best talent you have ever seen, ever in the history of that program. And he brought you a national championship, a bunch of Final Fours, and
the ones that didn't boo him. But it's the
other. It was about half and half from what I seen on TV.
It was, but
what I thought was a slap in the face is at halftime they brought out Tubby Smith to honor him like he was this honored great coach, which he is. Tubby Smith is good, but to do it on Cal's night coming back, it was almost like, oh, we'll pat him on the back, but we're gonna boo you.
Yeah.
And it was.
And a lot of these fans, I'm saying, are feeling the same way. I mean, they just can't stand Coach Cal anywhere else.
Yeah.
They're
more worried about Cal than they are themselves.
Yeah.
They
keep saying this was our Super Bowl, but this was
their Super Bowl.
This was their Super Bowl. We beat them.
Yeah.
We came into Lexington and beat their ass.
Well,
we beat them up and down. They can't stand it.
They can't stand it.
They can't stand it. They're probably going to comment on this, but that's fine.
I hope they do.
They can't stand it.
They're the blue blood of college SEC basketball.
Used to be.
We're their rival. Behind Kentucky, who is there? Is it Tennessee? Is it Florida?
Auburn, maybe.
There's some Auburn more of recent, but I'm talking over the whole grand scheme of things throughout the years, from the 70s on.
Yeah.
We've had some matches against Kentucky that were unmatched.
Oh yeah, I mean the Qualls dunk
in the 90s,
dunk,
especially.
They consider Arkansas their basketball rival.
Yeah,
and we them as well.
Yeah.
So
well,
it's nice to take one against Big Blue anytime you can get it, especially at their place, especially with Cal coming home.
I mean, Rupp Arena,
it was just a perfect
21,000 plus there,
and they were leaving early.
Yeah, how'd y'all like the end of the game when Coach Cal's getting that interview? And he's some fans were yelling I don't know if y'all seen all the videos. They were yelling at all of them.
Yeah.
All of them walking by, Billy and Z, and all of them had something to say back. And then Coach Cal in the interview yelled back, Billy! Yeah. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I mean, you would think most of them tuck tail and run by them, but they're always some of them are always going to have something to say, no matter what.
Well, I was on some Kentucky pages today, and I actually commented on one, but they were all, after last night's loss to Ole Miss, they were like, this team is done, pathetic, this and that. I mean, it's all it took.
And
that's all it took.
we never really get any credit.
That just proves how bitter they were about not only losing Cal, but bringing in Mark Pope. That wasn't even their first pick. He was like their fourth.
Yeah.
He was like their fourth.
Coach Cal actually backed him up in that hire. I mean, he was backing him up the whole time.
Classy Cal. He's always classy. I haven't seen or heard him
even when he was
dog people. He's usually very respectful.
You got to watch
even
out.
When he was coaching Kentucky, I didn't have a bad word against him.
Oh, I did.
As a coach.
Yeah.
I mean,
I said some.
Well, he's got.
I never did. I never said a bad word against him as a coach. I mean, he brought a lot of talent to Kentucky.
Yeah, I never did that either. But
he says I and me a lot. He does. He says I and me, and you want to kind of be a we guy instead of a me guy. So I kind of get some of the cockiness that he kind of portrays, but you got to kind of have that moxie anyway.
Yeah. No, I mean you do, but you got to watch out for them Italians, man. They're
He's a mobster. He's like a
you don't know what all them in Russia.
He had a smirk on his face walking in when he was getting booed. Did
you see John Tyson?
He had a smirk on his face.
Did you see John Tyson there?
I'm here. You know, I mean, you gotta handle it right.
Did y'all see John Tyson there? He was in a Tyson, like he was logoed up in Tyson chicken gear.
Yep.
That was awesome.
There's Kentucky fans out there on these sports pages. You know, I've been saying that I'm not buying any eggs. I'm not buying any chicken. You know, they're so mad about it.
Yeah, because one person was talking about Chick-fil-A. They were talking about it on the Buzz the other day.
Chick-fil-A gets their chicken from Tyson.
Chick-fil-A gets it from Tyson.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, just dumb shit. How they're just so bitter. I mean, that's probably the most bitter fan base I've seen in a long time.
And really, it looks worse on them because, like I said, they're the blue blood of college SEC basketball and college basketball overall. They're one of Duke, Kentucky, North Carolina, Kansas,
Villanova,
UConn. You've got UCLA used to be. You've got these blue chip programs. They don't need to be worried about Arkansas, but they are. And why? You know, we all know
like I said last week, there's some names out there bigger than programs.
Yeah.
And I think Coach Cal might be one of them.
Well,
we'll have to see about that.
What I hope is like, in like let's say a movie, like Remember the Titans. You know, the white guys and the black guys, they're not getting along, but there's a turning point when they're at camp
where they find
strong side, left side, strong
left side,
and then the music starts playing done, I hope I hear that in my head tonight. Like we're clicking, we're playing together, we're playing ball.
I'll tell you what, if there's one win that we could have won, and change our season around, it was that one.
Yeah,
it's got to be. And it's got to be that one.
Oh well, this goes back to what I was going to say. I appreciate the national media giving props to Arkansas this week over a big win because we never really get a lot of credit, and they could have been like, "Oh, it's one win." They got lucky. They could take that angle if they wanted to, but they've actually give us some.
Yeah. Well, props. We've been getting noticed because Mike Anderson brought us kind of back to relevant. Muss took over, and now, I mean, we're a program. And
Lenardi has us in the first four out.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
First four out.
But
on one win. Yeah. So
I mean, they know. Everyone knows that when Arkansas is on the schedule, it's not an automatic.
We're still ranked 46 national,
like it was when we had
46 going into the night.
Pelfrey or Stan Heath. Those guys. It's kind of like back then. It was like, oh, we're playing Arkansas. It's a dub. Chalk it up. Mm-hmm. Mike Anderson and of course Muss, shout out, they got a huge win Saturday over
but then they turned around and lost last night.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the actual game versus Kentucky before we move on. I want to say the team played great as an all. We made shots. Let's not get that wrong.
Shot the ball better than I thought.
We shot the ball
52%.
Defense won it though.
52%.
I was going to get to that. The defense won us. We had 10 steals to their 2. Yeah. I mean, that's a big difference.
How many did we out rebound them? We had to have.
No, we didn't. They out rebounded us.
We did
33-30. They out rebounded us.
How many did we score? Did we capitalize on all 10 turnovers? Points off of turnovers? Do you know?
Points off of turnovers. I don't see that.
I don't say we did. We had we were transitioning really well.
Yeah.
On our fast breaks.
They had 13 total turnovers. We had 7. But we had 10 steals, and I know we scored a lot of dunks off of those steals. And then I want to get to the one player that we think is the main reason. I think you mentioned that before we started.
The key player to the game.
Key player.
Well, we all have different answers.
We all have different answers, but go ahead.
I want to go ahead and start. I said defense, steals is the main reason, and points off of the turnovers. I don't know the exact stat, but it's more than they had. But Davis, I think he hasn't shown up all season for us, and he showed up in the biggest game possible.
Yeah.
I mean, all season we've been asking for this $1 million player to play for us. I mean, make a basket. And he finally started hitting shots.
Yeah.
And he did in the most crucial game. So I don't see how you can't have him as your top player.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He stepped up and had 18 points for us. My player, and I know you and a lot of people are going to disagree, but it's got to be Wagner for me because he moved, he controlled the ball well.
The second half, Wagner he was kind of
But it was
more
his
of a no-show
this
in
is
the
his
first
third
half.
game.
But my
at the one
he
spot.
let
my argument here, you've already heard it, but I
Well,
mean,
no,
he's
he
done
had
this all every
17.
other game all year
You're
long.
right. Thero had 21.
Thero's our
Wagner
longest
had 17.
Yeah.
Davis was
Thero,
our third. Yeah.
If you look at the Miami Heat when they had LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. Okay, so if you take those kind of style players, our Dwayne Wade would be Wagner. Our LeBron is Thero. I think everything kind of runs through Thero.
He's great every game, though.
Because he's so dynamic athletically.
Yeah.
He's tall. He can shoot the outside shot. He can post you up inside. There's not a whole lot he can't do.
Yeah.
So to me, he gets the nod as probably our best player now that Boogie Fland is out, and then he was the player of the game. But Wagner probably was the player of the game in the second half.
For sure. All
Davis.
17 in the second half.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thero had 21 points so the most points and the most rebounds at 8.
But
That's what I'm saying.
the reason I had Davis, I just want to clarify. I mean, we've been asking for this guy to make a shot all year long.
Yeah.
I mean, he has not shown up in any game we've ever had. Hopefully he shows up tonight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
What did you see in the back, not the back room, but what's the stupid thing called where you go? The locker room. Good God. Did you see the locker room press conference? Backstage. Did you see where Calipari was like, and Johnny, good Lord, I've been feeling bad for him, but he stepped up in a big way. So.
Calipari, did y'all see Calipari's comments? He said,
I watched these.
He's been waiting on this. He's been waiting on this for all season because he sees how good Davis is in practice.
Yeah.
But he doesn't bring it to the games.
We just executed like we should have been executing all January, but we didn't really.
But
that's all maybe mental. Now it's clicking now.
It's all
now it's clicking.
You're right.
It's all
because
mental.
he's practicing. He don't have any pressure. He gets out there, and for some reason, it's like he's like, can I hang in the SEC coming from Florida Atlantic?
Yeah, you start questioning.
You start questioning yourself. You're not coming out as confident. Hopefully, that game gets him to a confident level to where he can go out there and be optimistic mentally about what he can do. Obviously, he can do it. He just has to prove to almost to himself, that he can do it.
You're right.
He's definitely one of our best players.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. Well, I just love to see the heart we had,
that's what I love
40 minutes of
coming out for Cal and trying
playing for Cal was
Cal said it fearless.
Yeah,
we played it.
I'm interested how we handled Tremont Mark tonight. Tremont Mark played at the Razorbacks last year, left, is now Longhorn. He was probably my favorite guy on last year's team, him and Battles.
He's a great defensive guy. He's inconsistent offensively, and he's shown that even for Texas. So
it seems like when he's on, he's
their
35.
fourth. He's their fourth leading scorer. He's only averaging like 9 points per game. He's not shooting very well this year, and he's had off games, but he's had good games, just like he did at Arkansas.
He has a different role at Texas, though.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
We kind of put it more in his hands last year for him to have more opportunities to score. I think it's more of kind of a, success by committee.
Yeah.
Getting shots by committee more at Texas to where it's more of a balance between this guy and that guy and the next.
Yeah. Well, he's only got.
But I will say he's only. I mean, he's shooting 40%.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
I mean, it's okay.
35 or above is pretty good.
Yeah, he shooting.
He starts shooting 40%.
40% field goals and 38% on threes.
76 from the free throw.
Yeah.
And he's
close to 40 on.
He's averaging 9 points per game, 3 rebounds, 1 assist.
He's averaging 24 minutes per game too, almost 25.
And he was playing like 33, 34 in Arkansas.
So I'm saying he had way more opportunities last year.
Yeah.
He did hit the game winner against Texas A&M about a week or so.
They've got good guards. They've got good guard play. We're gonna have to stop Johnson, their point guard, or shooting guard, one of the two, whatever you want to name him. But he's averaging 19 points per game, 45% from the field.
Yeah.
If we can stop him, I think we're going to be in good shape.
I think if we can be unselfish on offense and then guard the 3 on D. Because like you said, they have good guard play.
Great.
Don't know a whole lot about their big men. I'm sure they've got some talent.
We can handle them,
but I think we can handle them.
I think we can handle them. Defense, as long as we keep it up, I think for us, it's just going to be how are we going to come out? And
I think
shoot?
making shots. I mean, it sounds like the NBA, kind of like what I'm wearing. NBA is a shot making league. I think the SEC is a shot making league. I mean, if you don't make shots, you're going to lose.
Well, I don't mean to steal your thunder.
Okay.
Defense is pretty damn important.
Okay,
if you can keep them from scoring as much points as you do, you win the game every time.
Pretty funny. Yeah, I agree with you. I hope we're gonna make shots tonight. That's the biggest key. I hope if Davis is hitting shots, I think that's gonna bring the whole team together.
I want to see the same intensity.
That too.
Well,
I think you will. I think you will.
What helped is hitting shots early against Kentucky.
Yep. Get your confidence up.
Then, for one, confidence, but two, they didn't know exactly who to key on because everybody was not.
Everyone's hitting shots. Even Big Z. Big Z, he's our best 3-point shooter percentage wise.
That opens it up for everybody else when we can do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if Thero's the only one scoring, guess what? Focus is on him.
And if Big Z's making threes on the pick and pops, guess who has they're going to start playing him tighter. Wagner's got the drive to the rim, and he's quick as everybody. I mean, he's quicker than everybody out there, it seems like.
Yeah, he is.
He just doesn't finish around the rim like I want to. Sometimes it's kind of like hit or miss to me. But
as far as being able to create your own shot, get to the hole, drive, dish, he's our guy.
Yeah,
Wagner is.
Yeah.
I really like
Bookie Fland was our guy, and I hate that he's out. Have y'all heard? I wanted to ask y'all tonight.
He's back with the team.
He's back with the team. He's going to be on the bench tonight.
Yeah.
There was a video of him in Texas Arena, so he's there tonight.
Yeah.
Have y'all heard when he's going to be back?
I think in a month he'll be back.
I think it'll be.
I think it'll be
4 more games.
I'm thinking so too, especially if we start winning. He's going to be.
If there's a chance to get to the tournament, he's definally playing in the tournament with us.
Yeah,
which should give us a little bit of
more boost. Yeah, I like it.
Kind of like Nick Smith. He's Nick Smith Jr.
And someone said in Kentucky, what is this with this Arkansas teams always starting out the SEC terrible? No matter if it's
we did it with Muss.
We did it before Muss, even. Yeah. I mean, we always started out terrible, and we always come back every time.
I got a question for whoever's watching or watches this. If you can put the right answer, we'll give you a donut or something.
Donut.
What is the least amount of games Arkansas has won in their 29 appearances in the NCAA tournament to get in?
So
I want to say it's around 17 or 18 is our least, but I know the NCAA record is 11. That's the least amount somebody. They won their conference tournament.
Exactly. I mean,
they won their conference tournament.
You can win your conference tournament and get in no matter if you have 0 wins.
So I've got a number up on the screen. Text it if you know the answer.
There you go.
Yeah. You want to repeat the question again?
What is the least amount of games Arkansas had at the end of the regular season and still earned a bid to the NCAA tournament?
Do you want us to answer? I don't know the answer, but
text us
I want to kind of guess.
On the Cam Road Roofing and Construction text line.
I tried this week to look this answer up because I wanted to know, because we're in a race the last half of this season to get to enough wins to where it deems us,
I don't remember a year we were terrible and won the SEC tournament for sure.
I don't remember the league like this either. 13 teams. That would be the most any league has ever got into the tournament.
We have 8 games left in the SEC.
We need to go 6-2 in the next game.
I've heard if we win 5 of them, we're in.
We got 10 games left, including tonight.
Including tonight?
Yeah.
All in the SEC though?
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard if we win 5 of them, we're in.
Oh, we're going to win more than 5.
We can't win out.
We can't win out, but we're going to win more than 5.
5 out of 10? I heard if we win 5 out of 10 of them.
10 games left.
We have 10 games left, including tonight.
5. We have 13 wins. 5 would give us 18.
I think 5 with that, and then a win in the SEC tournament, I think we'll get in.
I think 18's the number. If we can get to 18, however way,
it's going to be close.
We can get in.
Well, that would win our 5 games.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I said,
we're at 13.
It's going to be close.
A way to find 5 right here.
I think we're going to have to win 5.
Probably be
I think we're going to have to win 5 and an SEC tournament game. That's what I think.
Yeah, I won't disagree. I think 18, 19, that's the line. But
very capable. We've got the talent. I've watched a lot of lot of stuff this week after this Kentucky
So what do
win.
we have? We have
We've got Texas tonight. I don't know why. I think it just puts it because it's the game tonight. We got Texas tonight, Alabama on Saturday at Bud, LSU next week on Wednesday.
that could be a win. That's a win.
Dub.
I'm gonna
Hopefully. Then we've got
A&M's gonna be
A&M.
tough. Auburn's gonna be very tough.
Missouri, Texas, and then we go into March. South Carolina, Vandy, and Mississippi.
Those
State.
I think
last
we
three
can,
games.
those last three we can win.
If
I
we
think
win
we
those
can win
last
those
three
last-
and then find a couple wins in here,
We're gonna have to upset somebody.
Yeah,
again.
so
I think we're gonna have to win tonight. Get our-
Missouri. I'm gonna say Missouri at home.
I think
Yeah.
we got
LSU,
LSU
Missouri,
at
those
home.
last three games.
Listen,
hopefully we can beat Bama at home. I mean, I
Bama-
know they're
listen,
great.
We've
shot.
got
They're
Bama at
great.
home. We've got LSU at home. We've got Missouri at home. Texas at home. And then
Texas on the
If we
road
win
tonight.
that,
then
I'll
we
feel
end
better
the
about that
season
game.
with Mississippi State. If it's a home game, you're going to be at Bud Walton.
Let's
Pack Bud.
pack the Bud.
We packed the
Drink
bud.
some Bud.
We packed the bud against Oklahoma and we lost.
Well,
mean, that
we've got a little.
we
bit
were
of-
loud
We've got
against Oklahoma.
some momentum on our side.
Well, I can tell you one thing.
Let's
Not
go.
showing up ain't gonna.
That ain't gonna help.
Davis is the
Not
key to
gonna
this
help.
whole team. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, Davis
And
is the
if you're
key.
a season
Davis-
ticket holder out there and you're not going, let us know.
Give
We'll
us the
go.
tickets.
We'll go.
We'll find somebody. to
Or
go.
we'll find someone to go. God,
For sure.
Uh,
No, I think Davis is the key to this whole team. No matter if Boogie comes back or not, Davis plays well. We all play well.
Now, what is up with Arkansas getting the best names in its current sport? We had Bumper Pool in football. Now we
Yeah.
have Boogie Fland in basketball. Why do we always get the perfect names?
Yeah,
Weird
fertile
names.
yeah, for sure.
Uh,
Yeah. Well, I know you or both of you have some questions for we haven't done Woo Pig Kiwis in a few weeks, so
Tyler said he's got.
I've got a
something.
couple questions.
tip-
My question was
kinda-
the fewest games. That's the one that
Yeah.
I was curious about because I
Let
didn't
me
know
get
the
to them.
answer.
I don't have
Couldn't
no
find
A, B, or C's. Maybe on one of them I do. I can.
well,
make up
I'll
some-
cue up the music and let's see.
All right. First question. Y'all should be able to get the year. So, what year did the Arkansas Razorbacks win their only national championship in basketball?
1994.
94.
94. Okay. What was the score and against who?
It was against Duke.
What was the final score?
90.
87.
No. It was in the 70s. It was 70,
Ooh, was it?
70,
I'll give you all
71.
Nope. It was in the 70s, though.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in the 70s. 74, 71. I'll go
I'm
with
going to go 76, 74.
76 72 final
72.
score.
Okay, we won by 4. We hit that
Yep.
free throw at the end because I thought Thurman's put us up by 3.
Yep.
So, yeah. I should know
Okay.
that.
So, what year did the Arkansas Arkansas Cardinals become the Arkansas Razorbacks?
1909.
1909. Well, that was
Hugh Bezdak said we played like a wild band of Razorbacks after beating LSU, baby.
yep. Now it's Super Bowl week. I have one Super Bowl question. What team has played in 4 Super Bowls but never led?
But they wanted.
They've never led.
they've
They've never
won one,
led.
period?
They've never led. So that
Is
that
this your
should give
Buffalo
you.
Bills? Is this your Buffalo Bills?
Is it? Is that your final answer?
They've never led. Yeah, that's my final answer.
What's your
I mean, yeah. Shit.
Minnesota Vikings?
The
Buffalo
Vikings?
Bills led the Cowboys. You don't remember? The Cowboys had some field goals on them. Okay.
I don't know if another team been to 4 Super Bowls and not ever win.
Vikings.
Minnesota
Okay.
Vikings have been to 4 Super Bowls, never led one.
Shout out Tyler Bradley's team.
All right. Which teams have won the most Super Bowls? There's 2 of them.
The Patriots and the Steelers. No, the Cowboys and the Steelers.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
So tell me the question. I'm distracted.
What teams have won the most Super Bowls? There's 2 of them. 2 teams.
Patriots and the Steelers.
And you say Cowboys and Steelers.
Steelers and Cowboys.
It's Patriots and Steelers.
Oh, I should have said my first answer.
Yeah, that was your first
I said it
answer.
first.
Second would be the 49ers and the
I thought
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
All right,
won
here's
5.
a random one just to see if y'all remember. Which Super Bowl halftime show made the stadium go blackout? Remember, all the power went out.
Yeah,
of the stadium,
it was
who was
at-
performing?
It was
and what
at
year?
Candlestick.
Who was performing?
It was at the 49ers, and it was it the 49ers and Ravens? Was it the Harbaugh? No.
I'm just asking, what year was it?
Patriots and Falcons?
No.
What year was it?
Oh, what year?
What year?
2011.
Nope.
2012.
No.
2013.
2013.
I knew I was
Who
close.
was performing?
Who was performing? 2013. It was at Candlestick.
She's
son of a
Justin Timberlake.
no.
she's big. It's a she.
Oh, Rihanna.
She put out a country album this year.
Rihanna.
Beyonce.
Beyonce. There you go.
Son of a-
Beyonce 2013.
But it was at Candlestick, so I get some credit.
Yeah, you got a little bit. That's all the
we
questions
guessed
I
like
got.
15 things.
I don't have. I told you. I
One
got
got
no
answered on
APs
the
in
shit.
your D.
I was tracking. I knew it was at Candlestick.
You got some of it right. I'll give you half credit.
Where the hell? We don't remember halftime shows.
That's what I'm saying. It's a random.
I
one. That's a
remember
random one.
When I was a kid, I saw Janet Jackson's booby.
That's why I said Justin Timberlake. Isn't he the one that pulled it off?
We all remember that, don't we? It was like our first poopy to ever see.
Well, no, not really.
Shh, Mom's watching.
No,
We need a reenactment of that, but Carrie Underwood on stage.
Your mom's watching.
Our mom ain't watching. She knows
Oh.
better. Well, we don't have any answers to your question. What's your answer? Ask
I
it.
have no idea. That's why I was asking him.
Who doesn't have an
What the
answer to a
hell?
question?
No, answer the question, provide the facts that and then because I couldn't
I
find
don't
the
know.
answer.
So, what's the least amount of wins Arkansas
Has
had?
in regular season
to
play
go
to
and
earn
win.
a bid to the
I'll say
tournament.
I'm gonna say 15.
No,
I don't think it's that low.
No,
I'm gonna
I think
say
it's 20.
17.
I think it's 20.
It may be 18.
I think it's 20.
No, we've gone with less than 20 before. I just don't know how far we've gone down in those high teens.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
But
mean,
we've
it's
gone
gotta be-
29
It's going to
times.
be like a Mike Anderson year, right?
Do
No.
I need to look this up?
I mean,
No, I'm going to say this is probably we went in the
because we
70s.
didn't go with Pelfrey. We didn't go with Stan Heath.
Yeah, we did. We went one time with Stan Heath when Joe Johnson lost to Georgetown.
That's right. Lord. Yeah,
Lost
yeah.
to Georgetown in the first
First
round.
round. Yeah.
They hit a butter shot to beat us. Right-handed layup went in with that 0.3 left.
Yeah.
I remember that very well.
Look it up, Buck.
I'm trying.
All right. While he's looking it up, we've
Buck,
covered.
it's going to take a while. I'm telling you, I've looked this up and I could not find it. There was no site that listed all of Arkansas's tournament bids that they've earned and then show their regular season record at in that information.
So I think Cal.
We're gonna have to piece
I
the
saw an
information together.
interesting fact about Cal. We went 1-6 in January. I think Cal's worst record, well, is that in January, but I think his second worst was with Kentucky. And I can't remember what his record
I
was,
remember
but then
them
he
having
went,
a rough, but then he
then he
they
went
had made the tournament.
undefeated in February. And so we've got, I'm not saying we're going to, but we have a chance.
He's been here before though.
He's been here before.
And if
And
I-
this ain't his first time he's faced adversity
No.
like this.
If
Hell
you-
no.
If you're looking for a coach that's not scared about any situation, it's
It's
Coach
him.
Cal.
Yeah.
So we're
Coach
going to
Cal.
talk about the Super Bowl at all?
Yeah, let's do a Super
Yeah,
Bowl
let's do
deal.
the Super Bowl.
Real
Chiefs
quick.
win. The Chiefs win because of the refs, and it's rigged. I mean, stupid. It's
If you
absolutely
have-
stupid.
No matter how much money you have, go put it on the Chiefs because they're gonna ensure
Yeah.
that they win.
You're
Because
dumb.
they want to show Taylor Swift 20 times.
You're
at the end of
dumb
the
if you
game.
don't bet on the Chiefs and with the Chiefs. You're dumb. All you Philly
Yeah.
fans that won't see this because you're in Philadelphia, one of the crappiest fan bases out there.
That's one place I wouldn't go to watch the Cowboys.
No.
Really?
I'm not going to
Dude,
Philadelphia.
Wait, Cowboys and
Philly.
Philly are rivals, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why it's hard
Philly's
for me to
terrible.
root for any one of these teams. I hope they both lose, and I'm going to be one of those guys because the Eagles are the Cowboys' rival, and plus I can't stand the
I think
Chiefs winning all the
I
time.
think the script.
I'm an
is-
underdog
is-
guy.
I think the script is written. I think it's going to be close, and it might go to overtime, and Chiefs win by a field goal.
I'll say
or something.
33-30 Chiefs win a game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to win. I'm
And there'll
rooting
be a
for the
PI
Eagles.
call on that last
There'll be
a PI call on that last drive to give.
That's how many.
To get.
That's what
I'm calling it now.
Oaklawn or Bet Saracen needs to come out with the over under on the odds of how many calls in favor of Kansas City. That's what they need to come out with.
Yeah. I have nothing to say. I mean, I'm a Bills fan. I mean, I'm just
Dennis Merker.
I'm still getting over my loss.
Posted a deal saying, "How could you blame the refs and all this?" Which he has a valid point on what he posted. But here's my rebuttal. Sorry, I'm punching things. Here's my rebuttal to that. You can't find stats on no calls. You can't find stats on things that they don't go in the box score.
That's what I'm saying.
There's certain things that don't show up on the box score that we all know. If you watch the game, there was some favoritism there, or this call went their way and it shouldn't have.
Did y'all see Travis?
You don't see that kind of stuff.
Travis Kelce got asked if he liked Taylor Swift's music or pass interference called.
Bullshit pass, yeah.
And he said, I forgot what he said. No response.
And that same guy asked a question to Mahomes saying, which ref is your favorite? Do you have a ref that you send a Christmas card to? You know?
Yeah.
Whoever that reporter is.
They know it. They've got to know it. I mean, Chiefs fans got to know. I don't know how this happened. I really don't.
The Bills and Chiefs, they went into overtime, right?
No.
Well,
it should have been ended in regulation.
Mahomes said the only thing that Josh Allen is scared of is a coin flip.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of funny,
and he didn't get his coin flip.
Yeah,
but
he got an on first down called against him.
Yeah,
it was clearly
a good
2 inches in front of the first down
That's
line.
a good segue. And we were talking about earlier this week in our group text is it's time for something to change in NFL and maybe college with putting a chip or a sensor
in
the football.
Please.
Let's just
they do it in tennis. When the ball goes and hits the line, they go back.
They do it in tennis.
GPS.
They do it in hockey.
They're doing it in baseball.
They're doing it in baseball.
They're doing it in baseball now.
It's the technology is there. But here's the deal: when you do that, you can't manipulate the game.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why it's not being done.
You think so?
I'm a conspiracy theorist, so that's what I say.
Well,
yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to win just because of the refs, and the Phillies got a better team. They've got a better run game, better defense. They got not the better quarterback, but they got the better everything else. I mean, they should win.
The Eagles need a win in the first half if they're going to win.
What are you looking at me like that for?
I just don't think you can trust Jalen Hurts. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. He's obviously not the better quarterback.
Yeah.
But they've got the better receivers,
better defense,
better O-line, better everything. I mean,
they don't have Patrick Mahomes.
They don't have the referees.
And they don't and Andy Reid. I'll give Andy Reid some love.
Yeah, I do like Andy Reid.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But here's the deal. Like I said, if they are in the game in the fourth quarter, the Chiefs, they will win the game. The Eagles have to be at 3 touchdowns, maybe 2, and still get lucky and win. But they're going to have to be at least 2 scores.
So you're saying the Eagles get behind, they ain't coming back.
The fourth quarter.
The Eagles get behind, they ain't coming back.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
the Chiefs,
I agree with that.
If they hang around, they're going to win.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
They've proved it way too many times. They just have that pedigree. It's just like beating Alabama or beating Georgia in SEC football. You let them hang around in the fourth quarter with 4 or 5 minutes left. They're going to find a way. They're winners.
Yeah.
They just have that winning culture in their program. You have to put them away, and you got to put them away hard and don't let your foot off the pedal. And that's the only way, to me, in my mind, the Eagles is going to win, is they're going to have to win and win big.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to the game tonight. Arkansas at Texas. Tip off here in about, 12 minutes? Yeah, here in about 12 minutes. Arkansas coming off a 89-79 victory.
Look, I think we might come out and dominate tonight.
I would love to. Nothing more.
I think we might come out and have a 20-point win.
I would love.
Well, I think this guy needs to predict we're going to get beat by 40 points every game, so we win.
Yeah.
Well, I said 60.
No faith other than
I said 60, and obviously proud to eat crow because we Arkansas won. But man, I think I was just pissed off.
I get that.
I think this Kentucky win is going to catapult.
And I said that because it was their Super Bowl. I knew it.
It was.
We all knew it.
And they had too much pressure.
This was the only game that they had a little.
Kentucky fans, we're not saying y'all aren't good. We're just saying
you're not as good as you think you are.
You ain't as good as you thought you was.
Well, if you'd have given Kentucky fans make the tournament or beat Cal.
Beat Cal.
They would be.
I think half of them at least, if not the majority.
I'd say it'd be like 65 beat Cal.
Clearly, by their antics on social media, they would pick.
How much they cared about this game? It was obviously they wanted to beat Cal so bad and they couldn't do it. Yeah. It makes me so happy.
Yeah, it was good.
It was a good night to be a Razorback.
Yeah, good
still
night.
Is. I'm still living in the high.
Well, I just like I said
tonight.
I hope Texas is 4-5 in conference, so they're not exactly the
far away from us.
Yeah,
we get a chance to get to 3 and.
I think we've got better talent than they do.
We're on the first 4 out, like you said earlier. I heard that too.
This gets us in. We win tonight.
We're in.
I think we're get into the tournament. Then we control our own destiny from there.
Yeah.
You think we get in with a win tonight?
We're in the bubble right now.
We're in the first 4 out right now.
What if we lose out? And we have
I'm saying from this one game, they're going to put us in. Now it
in the mix
determines whether
I see what you're saying. I was like,
right now we're in the first 4 out.
Yeah, we still got to finish the season, obviously, but I think this gets us from being on the first 4 out to the first 4 in.
Or even farther than that.
The
last 4 in. Yeah. Let's see. I was trying to see what their seating capacity is at Moody Center, but I don't know. Games on ESPN.
So I'm looking at the percentage here. 79% win for Texas,
and
tonight?
they're only a 6 and. I mean, they've only got them at 6.5 point favorite. So
do you agree with that?
No,
I could say 60-40.
I would say
of home.
60-40, 70
of home, but not 79%.
65-35 maybe.
That's
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. The media and all these people doing this crap, they don't ever give Arkansas any credit.
No.
It's us versus the world.
They're giving us more credit with Coach Cal as our coach, I think. Even like if we didn't have Coach Cal up there, if it was like a must team, we'd be like in the 60s, but we're in the 40s still.
Yeah.
So
yeah, having Coach Cal helps for sure.
Yeah. So a big conference rival. They against Texas and A&M at Texas. There was only 11,300 people there. So their arena must not be, but it's brand new. I mean, because we played them a year or so ago with Muss in a little expedition game.
Yeah,
and so it's a brand new arena.
And lost our ass.
Yeah, we got killed.
We got our ass kicked that game.
But I mean, I don't know. Maybe they don't have a big following on their basketball. I mean, they're not a basketball.
They're definitely
school.
a football
school.
Yeah, they're
in everything.
Probably
baseball next. Yeah,
they're in everything.
I'd say basketball's third in Texas.
They're a huge university. I mean,
I think Arkansas is baseball, basketball, then football.
If you're really going to get to the nitty gritty, you would say we're a track school.
But
I mean,
yeah.
If you want to,
I'm talking about the 3 main sports.
We're pretty good in volleyball too, right?
Volleyball's pretty decent. Softball.
We're good in hockey.
Do we have a hockey team?
Yeah. It's not. Jones Center. It's not NCAA. It's like a collegiate something or another.
Yeah.
I didn't even know we had a hockey team.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But no, so tonight I think we win. I think we for sure win. I can see a close game. I still think we're in the 80s, like you said.
Score prediction?
Like you said last week when we were watching the game, if it goes past 80, we win. And you said that during the Kentucky game.
Yep. I said if we get to 80, we win. If we stay in the 70s, they'll win, and which they ended up getting 79.
And so I think it's going to be like a 87-78 game, something like that. It's close.
Who do you think's winning?
Arkansas. I think we win for sure.
I'll say Arkansas wins, but I'm going to say it's going to be a very, very tight game. It's going to come down to the last 2-3 minutes of the game.
I think it might.
We're going to have to get some key stops or make some huge buckets or both to win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say 76-74 Hogs.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with Josh more in this. I think it's going to be a really tight game all the way through. I think one team might start out hot.
You said a while ago we might win by 20.
We might. I had a feeling. I think if someone's blowing somebody out tonight,
let's
just say everything possible, so I'll be right.
Look. I think if somebody
we might win by 20, we might win by 10. We may hit a buzzer beater.
Arkansas is not getting blown out tonight.
It's going to be one of the three.
Firmly.
No, I don't think we.
I think it's going to be a close game, but if somebody does blow somebody out, it's Arkansas blowing them out because we're riding the high of the Kentucky.
We got to continue.
But
and Cal's got it. He's told him. He said, "Listen, we got
nerve-wracking for me. We're coming off an emotional win. A lot of times, when you have that emotional high, you have a.
But you've seen what happened to Kentucky.
If Muss was still here, and that was, I know that obviously the Kentucky game wouldn't have been as big, but I'm saying we saw that with Muss. I think Cal is a lot more composed,
level-headed.
He's got a lot more composure to himself.
He's sitting there going, guys, it was one game.
He's more methodical.
Past that and go to the next.
But I think he's going to have them ready. I think he's going to have them prepared, and he's already had that talk. Like, let's just keep it going.
Yeah, let's go knock down shots, play some defense.
I think it's going to be a 77-75 win.
77-75.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I really hope our score is like the Duke-Syracuse game right now.
Yeah,
it could
79-49.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Good night.
All right. Well, Razorback Nation, appreciate you as always. And hey, woo pig.
Woo pig. Go Hogs.
Yeah. We'll end with a little
song.
Razorback fight song.
Oh, okay.
Go Hogs.
I thought it was going to be the other song.
No, we're past that.
Okay.